guess. Oh, snap.
Something wrong?
Yeah. That other skid, we had to push it up underneath.
Oh no!
Hello and welcome to Off-Road Gospel. Today going to be doing some upgrading of my skid plates. I added the AEV, what is it? I think it's the transmission skid and the transfer case skid. So I'm going to get going on that, start taking things off, taking things apart, and hopefully, if all goes well, I'll have this on. But if I have problems, I'll show the problems. Who knows, somebody else out there might want to do something similar. I've seen some different things. There's very little online that it can be a little bit difficult to do this without a hoist, and I'm going to be doing it in my driveway. So let's get at it. First thing I have to do is take off the old transfer case skid, which is right over here. And that's that. Give you a quick comparison on the factory versus the AEV skid. So, factory, AEV. Quite a bit more coverage on the AEV. Okay, so the next step is to install these J-hooks. They go through the cross member here and then just sit down in there, and this happens on both sides. So I believe that's how it works. We'll find out. Okay, well, I'm making a little headway on this thing. It is a slow process when you are trying to work from the ground, don't have the right gear, I guess. So I have finagled my way through this a little bit. You have to, there's one hole that isn't in this that needs to be in for it to be supported properly. So I have finally got it into position and marked it, but this is what I had to do to get to that point. You can see that it's held up by, I got like a little folding stool. I had to use my jack to get the little J hooks in position, and I just try to make sure everything else was lined up as best as possible. So I think I got it at least to be able to get started from there. So now I got to take it all back down, drill the hole, and go from there. In there. It's not the ideal way to do this. This is not the best way. Can't really get much behind it, but making headway little by little. Now we're getting there. All right. Woohoo! Here's to hoping It's right where it needs to be. Right now, a friend of mine's coming over, can help me out, is adding the transmission skid onto the diff skid. Some of the stuff I saw online was kind of, unless you have a hoist, it really doesn't work so good. So I'm kind of assembling here, then we can lift it up and align it from there. So I'll get everything on this kind of in place, and the parts that are kind of still accessible, maybe I can leave a little bit loose. We'll figure it out. But that's where we're at so far.
You gotta get a shield for your gas tank too?
Eventually. Yeah, it's just more money.
Yeah, and more weight too.
Yeah, I don't mind the protection is worth it, because you can see all underneath here. I have a couple little scrapes on the gas tank already.
Yeah.
So
I know mine does.
yeah,
That's what I like about these plastic tanks.
A little extra protection would be okay with me.
The AEV instructions are okay. They're basic, but there's not like a lot of extra helpful information. And honestly, YouTube videos are probably the best place to go if you have questions. I'm sure if you called their tech people, they would be helpful as well, because they do leave you a phone number for that. But the instructions are and so it's important to do your research ahead of time. Hopefully this will help somebody else, because, you know, like I said, I ran into a few little issues.
But I guess, oh snap.
Something wrong?
Yeah. That other skid, we had to push it up underneath.
Oh no. Okay.
Yep.
How hard is that plate to take off?
Well,
Is it just a couple of bolts?
it could be.
Let me go look. Might be just easier right at this point, taking that plate off.
The whole thing and then put it back
Yeah,
out.
let me grab my
Okay.
ratchet real quick.
I was gonna say, grab the impact. Is it just another bolt or two?
There's 3.
Oh, that one slides underneath there too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow, there's a ton of dirt. Be careful when you're dropping it. There's a lot of dirt. It's yep,
So close. There
it
we
is.
go.
Oh man.
Let's get that dirt out from underneath there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I guess that was a blessing in disguise, huh?
There you go. Nice rock. So you might have to, yeah, pull it all the way out. There we go.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's not quite lining up with the...
Skid plate.
Yeah, see, that ain't gonna
It's
do
worse.
it. Yeah. So, that's gonna have
Is it hanging up right there? Like if we pulled down a little bit to get it to pop in?
Well, what the problem is, this is the hole you drilled into your cross member, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that hole needs to be this way a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to take everything apart.
Because this right here fits.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is perfectly lined with that hole. So why don't we take this part out?
The only,
Oh, no, that ain't gonna
I'd rather
work.
push that up in the air and then just drill. And we'll just hit it with a little spray paint.
Yep.
and that's gonna have to do.
Yeah, because
So I guess let's
this
try
cross member hole needs to be drilled out this way more.
Yeah, so I guess let's try to get these pieces here. There's these little J hooks that drop down. So let's see if we can get the bolts on these. Because that's pretty much everything.
I'm gonna put this bolt right here.
Okay.
That goes up here.
This is why it doesn't pay to be friends with me. You end up having to work.
Oh, I love doing this kind of stuff. I do. I love for this. Okay. What did I do with the wrench?
Good question. If you know where it's at, I'll grab it. I'm a good
Oh,
guy.
I just had it with me.
I don't see it.
Oh.
I hear it.
It was on my stomach.
Oh.
It was.
Yeah, it's on the ground there somewhere.
Yeah, I got it. I'll show you. I know how to do this.
You've got enough years of finagling.
Whenever I was a little kid, you know, 6, 7, 8 years old, when they couldn't find me, they would start looking underneath the vehicles.
Uh-oh.
Because that's usually where I was. I wasn't taking stuff apart. I was just looking at it. Just my imagination was running wild on how everything worked.
Oh, okay.
You know, it just mechanical things fascinate me. There we go.
So,
Oh, hold on. Let me get down here.
yeah. So you're actually easier. It's easier for you to check out on the other side. So if there's this little hand hole right here.
Right here?
So you're gonna reach further, all the way over on the end. Yep, by the frame. So you'll see there's a little hand hole that goes up. Nice oblong hole you can reach up through.
Oh, on this?
Nope, on the plate, on the skid plate. Oh, it doesn't. Right, it doesn't have one over there.
No.
See, all right. You see how it's on the cross, that cross member that comes across?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. So on top of that, where it bends upwards, there is a J hook. There's a hole in that cross member,
Okay.
and so there's a bolt that will push down through that hole right above you.
This
That's
one.
recessed there, and then there's a nut that goes on it.
It goes through this hole.
Yeah, it goes through that
Okay.
hole, and you just gotta finding it's the hard part,
You know what?
but it will work. Who needs flashlights? You can do it the caveman way.
Yeah. Sometimes a little headlamp will make your job a lot easier.
I'll bet. That's good.
Yep.
It ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Alright, so I should be able to lower this now. Get this jack out of the way and we can do the same thing over here.
Yep.
Tighten up the nut right here.
Oh, I just dropped the J hook.
It's inside of it probably.
We had to eventually, to get that J hook out, drop it all the way down, the whole thing. So we opened up the hole that I had drilled that was a little off in the one cross member, and we'll pick it up there. My battery had died, so jumping ahead, dropped down, drilled out the hole, put a little spray paint on it, kind of lifted the whole thing back up, and so now we're continuing on to kind of put all the bolts back in.
check the alignment again real quick. Oh, keep it right there.
It did for a minute, but it's threading in.
Okay. Sweet. Crisis averted.
I think. Seems to be working.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's...
There it is right here. So that one goes, there's a third hole there. And then what happens is this goes on the other side of it, right here.
Oh, it goes in here?
Yeah. So there's a, I missed. So.
Here, let me get up over here.
See if I can get it started. Since I got the thing in my hand.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those little flags.
Yeah.
And then we just
Right on.
that in there. And then should rest up against something, and you should
Be able to tighten it.
tighten it from there.
Scratch your stuff up already.
Oh,
Can't scratch it with tools, you gotta scratch it with nature.
it'll get scratched with nature, don't worry.
Well, as often as you've been getting stuck.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a gift. Yeah, I'm one of those friends. Invite people over to help me, and then I sit back and let them work. So here we go. A whole lot more protection underneath. I don't know. I believe that's the only way for that skid to go on there, because the exhaust pipe drops down there, and if it was flipped the other way, I don't see that. I see it crashing on it.
Yeah, that.
So that's pretty much how it has to go. So,
I think we did a good job.
I think so too. So I think
Looks
I have
nice.
slightly less, maybe a little less clearance, but I think all in all, he's just snugging up bolts, and it's I think we're good to go. Yahoo!
Okay.
So I hope you enjoyed that.
I may have talked about this in the past, but just working on this reminded me of this scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, starting in verse 9, it says, 2 people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help, but someone who falls alone is in real trouble. I think it's important to always remember that when it talks about us, our relationship with the Lord, and all of that, we are part of the body of Christ. We are not the Lone Ranger, so to speak, where we just have to go out and do it all on our own. And I think the thing is, we have to remember that we need help. We need others. There are others that are stronger in areas than us, and that we need to ask for that help sometimes. We need to reach out. We need to have those people that we can lean on in our life, not just to help with an upgrade on our truck or whatever, but to get through difficult situations, to have that encouragement. We all need that sometimes. And so I encourage you, don't try to go at it alone. There are people that will be there and help you through. Don't forget to reach out for them. Don't forget to allow them into your life to help you through it. I hope and pray this encourages you today, and I hope and pray that the Lord will richly bless you. And hopefully we'll get together and encourage and strengthen one another and have some awesome times on the trails and in this beautiful creation that the Lord has given to us. So Lord bless you, and we'll see you soon.